is an overview of what I call my vanity, which is pretty much what is on top of my dresser that I use. So this is where all my makeup is. I just kind of use acrylic drawers and little sets to store everything. And I do have a mirror right there and a big giant mirror right in the middle. And there's me on the bed. So hi. And then right above it, I just have my perfumes and stuff. So that is pretty much the basic overview, and we will go over exactly what I have in my collection. So what I have hanging on the wall right here is actually like a file organizer, and I found this at Office Depot for $13. So these are just things that people put on their desk to organize their files and their pens and stuff. I decided to hang it onto the wall and use it as my palette organizer. So on the biggest section, I have my e.l.f. 100 palette. And then behind there, I just have my falsies, which I got from eBay. In front of it, I have my 120 Manly palette. This is my Mary Kay palette, which I customized myself, so I picked out the colors that I wanted to put in here. On the smaller sections, I have my Urban Decay Naked palette. I have my Kat Von D palette, and this is from Sephora, and I absolutely love this palette. I got the Angels ones, which is neutral colors and the blue colors. I have this Avon palette, which I do not reach for that often. I don't feel like the color payoff is that good, but it was cheap anyway, but I do try to use it here and there, and I just keep it in here as well. And then I have my NYX Glitter Cream palette, which I do actually use more often, surprisingly. Right next to the shelving system, I have this black and white canvas picture, and it is of Audrey Hepburn. She is my hero, and I love her. And I actually found this at the icing store. So the farthest thing to the right on my vanity area is this jewelry display that I made, and I just used glass plates and candle holders to make this. And this is where I store my most used or worn earrings and bracelets. So moving right along, I have this glass container right here that I got at Target, and I got this around Valentine's Day. So it is white, and it says love you, and it has a red cap with a red bird as a handle. And in here, I just keep my hair ties in one clip. This is the mirror that I do my makeup in every morning, and I got this at Costco. It is double-sided. One side is magnetized and the other side is regular, and it does actually light up, which makes it very helpful in the morning. I think Lauren Conrad is amazing, and that's why I purchased her book Style, and I just decided to display it right here because I felt like it just tied in so nicely. So this is my first acrylic tray. Right in front of it is a Bath & Body Works candle and a lighter. In this front compartment, I store mostly blushes in here. So starting right here, I have e.l.f. I have a NARS, and this is Super Orgasm. It's the same as Orgasm, it just has glitter in it. So that's what that looks like, super pretty. Two more e.l.f.s. Right behind it, I have a deep, deep purple blush by Mary Kay. Two very natural pink looking blushes by CoverGirl. Right in the middle, I do have my NARS Pro Primer because I use it so often, I just store it right here. And right behind it, I have my Josie Maran Argan Oil. A MAC Pigment. I have two little blush brushes back there. Right in the front, I have two Maybelline's Dream Bouncy blushes. I have my favorite Sonia Kashuk blush, and this one is a pretty orange color. I have my MAC blush in Dolly Mix. A True Match, which I have hit pan on. And I have my Bella Bamba blush, and this is by Benefit. Right here, I like to store some random things, but mostly bronzers. But the first thing I have is a Mary Kay compact, and this just has a cream blush. I have a shimmer palette by e.l.f., which I really love the first color. If you could see that, I always use it as a highlight on my cheekbones. Warm bronzer by e.l.f. I have two NYC bronzers here, which are amazing. Lash cards, which to be honest are pretty pointless. I feel like they are very hard to use. I have my Couture highlight sheets. I have another big bronzer that I found at Ulta. Over here I have my Lush lip scrub, my NYX eyeshadow primer, and I have a little sample Juicy Couture perfume right here. These sections are a lot smaller, but it makes it perfect for my pens and such. So right here I have a glass file by Sephora. I just placed this here because there was room and I use it often. I have my Visine eye drops, which I use at nighttime. I have a whole bunch of black, white, and just some colorful eye pencils. I love using these on my lower lash line. I have an eye roller right here by Garnier. My Glash adhesive, and this one is by Lash Grip. I have a Jour, and this one is a lip treatment. And I have my e.l.f. lip glosses back here and one lip stain. So right here is where I store all my foundations. So I have one by Smashbox, which is almost gone. My favorite one by MAC, and just a bunch of drugstore brands. The rest are all drugstore. In this acrylic tray, I just have some e.l.f. translucent powder. I have my Sonia Kashuk blending sponge in blue. It is really dirty, that's why it's back there and I haven't used it. Here is the second tray. Both of these trays were found at Target, just in case I didn't mention it. But in the first little section that I have right here, I store my quads, duos, and trios in here. So I just have Wet n Wild, I have Almay, I have two quads by Coastal Scents, and just some random ones. My Q-tips, tweezers, eyelash curlers are all found in this little section in the middle. Right next to it, there is a lid for that section, so I decided to put my cotton balls in there, and I do use a lot. I am obsessed with cotton balls because they are so convenient. So back here, I have my powder foundations, and I do have a lot. They're just laying all back there. So I have some loose powders, pressed powders. So I have one by Sonia Kashuk. I have the Dream powder. I have Revlon back there. Just some random ones. I have 3 EOS balls sitting right in the front. And the two back sections consist of mostly brushes that I use on a daily basis. They are just easy access when I store them right here. I have my Lauren Conrad beauty book right here. And the last section is this acrylic drawer set, which I found at Muji. I got it online. It was about $27, really convenient. It is not that deep, which makes it really frustrating. You could only pack small things in there. So here is a bottom drawer, and I store mostly my single eyeshadows in here. So I have like my The Balm Meat Matte eyeshadow. I have some color tattoos, a lot of Mary Kay duos, a MAC one which is very shimmery. I have some NYX pigments and glitter. I have this Maybelline eyeshadow, and this one is their Eye Studio line. A NYX shimmer pen. And back there I have some more little single things. I have one trio palette by NYX and a 5 color palette by NYX, and that one is the Caribbean collection. On the right hand side, I store my liquid eyeliners. This ranges from black to colorful. A blue one. I have some liquid pens right here, 2 gel liners, and the rest of this drawer goes to miscellaneous stuff that I could not find room for. So I have my Hoola bronzer back there. FYI, that is not good for my skin tone. Too light. I have my Benetint right here, and this is just a light pink tint that you can use on your lips or your cheeks. I have my Juice Beauty moisturizer, and this is an SPF 15. I have a Vaseline Lip Therapy, and I also have a True Match Powder Pressed Foundation. This is my mascara drawer, and I kind of just store as many as I can in here. And surprisingly, so I have a lot of Maybellines in there. I have a Tarte, which is amazing. I have the new Rocket one. I have a MAC one back there. I have one from the Kardashian collection, Chroma. And I have two Great Lashes. I have two of these. One of them is all the way back there. The next drawer is where I keep my lipsticks. So I have a lot of NYX lipsticks right here. I go crazy over lipsticks at Ulta. I have a Revlon one right there. I have a bunch of lip glosses back there. 3 of them from Mary Kay, 1 from Ulta, one Sally Girl. This one was just a sample one that came in a glam bag. Then right here I just have some random ones as well. I wear a lot of pink and neutrals, if you could tell. Not too many deep, dark colors. Top drawer is where I keep my primers, my concealers, and a few highlighters. So I have my Urban Decay, and this is the all-over face primer. I also have the primer potion for the eyes. I have a mini That Gal, and this one is by Benefit. This smells so good. It smells like candy. I have an eyebrow gel. Pencil concealer. This one is by Hard Candy. You could find Hard Candy at Walmart. It actually came with this, and it's called Glamouflage. I have 2 e.l.f. ones. One is mine. One is actually my friend Vanessa's, which she left at my house when we did the blindfolded challenge. I have a e.l.f. eye primer. Marabella eye primer. This is for the face and also the eyes. And just some other random ones in there. And last but not least, on top of this drawer set, I have this bowl that I store the majority of my brushes. This is all the rest of my brushes. I found this glass bowl from Walmart for $5. I made this bow out of some ribbons and hot glue gun that I found at Michael's. And I just have all the brushes in here, and I have them standing up with what these look like, flint beads. Flint beads are the beads or the glass little pebbles that you see at Sephora that they use. Those are really, really expensive. I looked into it. So for a substitution, I decided to use vase filler, and you could find these at Joann's or Michael's. For a big bag, you could get for $5, which is really, really good. Some people use rice, but I think this looks so much cleaner and edgier, and that is why I use it.